Hello YouTube, I'm back with the next Battlebots tutorial review, and today I have the Spinbots Action Arena here. This actually came in two halves, as you can see here. Although, it also came with a bunch of stickers. You put the squares here, and then the logo in the middle, kind of sorted to hold it together. And basically, the way I understood this worked is, you see these giant, I don't know what you call them, launchers? There are two of them here, and the main object was to use these little guys to hook up with one of the Spinbots. Let's see if I can grab one here to show you how these work. And then, as you'll soon see, there's a little hole at the bottom of each of the Spinbots. They go like this. And you put them in the launcher, and they're supposed to like wind up, and then, you know, they actually will battle each other, similar to like Beyblade, if you've ever played that. I haven't, but I've seen kind of the general idea, and it's pretty similar. They probably had a good time making step up with that. But so yeah, I'm also going to review the Spinbots themselves. But it's an interesting concept. I mean, at least they didn't like make it a fully blank box. I'll try to demonstrate how this all works, although it really works best with two people. Obviously, you have two launchers, and you pick two Spinbots. There's a total of 6 here, as you'll soon find out here. Anyway, here's the arena. When you actually first get the box, the 2 extra holes here are just to put it on the other side. You can put one on each side if you like. I mean, they're all the same size. So to give you some idea, you can see little indentations for each square. The arena logo would actually go in the center. So it's not a totally dull box when you first get it. Although this thing is not stable, so I'm going to try to do my best. I don't think I can show you the underside. It's actually indented on the other side. It's starting to fall apart as we speak here. I guess what I can do is I'll put this down here, and I'll move my camera down as best I can. Hopefully you'll get to see how these things work. I'll grab Bender here as I had. This is Bender here. So, and do something like this. Near the hole, just a specific hole. And then I think if I do this right, you should be able to see it. And here's the arena. I'm hoping this is good enough for you guys to see. You wind it up. I've never actually done this, so I may be a little shaky here. There's no way I'm going to be able to get them all exactly right. And I'll do... Yeah, probably not going to get this right away. Kind of sort of like that, but it will spin like a dreidel, because you can see underneath there's a little peg at the bottom, and yeah, I don't even know. I'm not even sure. There's a little button on here. I'm not too sure whether that launches them better or not. Okay. That worked. Okay, let me try that again. Now that I kind of understand if I get this thing to work again, that was cool. That actually worked. That actually spun it and launched it. Kind of as you'd expect. Let's see, I don't know. These go really far. There you go. Kind of like that. That's kind of how it goes, but you'll see you have 2 of them, obviously. I don't think I could potentially get 2 of them to go. They go pretty far, though. I mean, I think at the time it would take me to wind it up and actually get it working. It would actually, this thing probably would be stopping. But as you can see, it goes for a good long way. You could actually get a good battle in it. The problem is, if you're not accurate enough, you're not going to probably get it anywhere. So you'll have the 2 spinning like on either sides of the arena and actually not get anything. Alright, so that worked. Hopefully that was good enough for you to see on, you know, on YouTube or whatever. So that's my review on that half of it. If I get this guy out of here, I can review the Spinbots themselves. And I've got a couple that are in 2nd edition, because I kind of got one set, and then I got the other set. I don't think I realized at the time that there were actually, you know, different combinations of both. And, of course, not like you're going to get all of them, you know, in the same set. I mean, you can tell who's in it, but only 2 of the combinations are actually different. There's only 2 of them different in each set. Get this guy out of here, I can review it. Or I may just have to review them like this. I don't really know. It's just supposed to be able to come off somehow. We have to, okay. There we go. Alright. Put this guy aside here so I can actually reset this. So here's Bender. No, not like the Futurama Bender, although that may have been somewhat of an inspiration for it. But this is the robot. It's got the Season 2.0 design. It's got the blade. Because in Season 1, it actually had a caster underneath that got knocked off very early in its bout with Voltark, aka Voltronic. But it's very recognizable as a Bender here. Even to the details of the blade and the wheels. They put the wheels in. I don't think there's no other caster on here. As you can see underneath, if I get the good shot of the underside, you can see that it'll actually say its name on the underneath. Second edition, of course, does not. You might be able to see it better on your screen. Yeah, kind of, sort of. But it's very accurate. I'm surprised they actually made a toy of Bender. I mean, he was never all that successful at all. He lost all of his matches, as far as I can tell. I guess he made, except for a bye, maybe, you know, in his early competition. I don't know. I'm not really sure why they actually made a toy of him. I mean, there was some in the mini-bots, they actually made Doorstop. Who's going to remember that bot in the TV show? I mean, all the recognizable ones like Biohazard and, you know, T-Minus, Complete Control, and then you throw in robots like Hamunaptra and Doorstop. No one's ever going to think of it when they think of Battlebots. Of course, I remember it because I can keep track of stuff like that. Not everyone can, but this is obviously very recognizable as Bender. If you've ever seen the TV shows, you'll easily recognize it if you got the toy. I've asked second edition as well, so these are half and half. So I don't have second editions of the other ones, I'm afraid. So you have to go with it as is. So over there, we'll get this is Punjar or Punjar. I'm not really sure how you pronounce it because they pronounce it literally both ways on the show. Mark Bureau pronounced it Punjar, and Sean Salisbury and Bill Dwyer at the time pronounced it Punjar. I don't know. But this is obviously recognizable as Punjar. Maybe a little, I don't know. To me, I think the scoop is a little too high up. It's a little too steep. It should be a little lower. But it's got whatever that hole is. I mean, that hole was in the original robot. I have no idea what that's for. You'll probably see it on the opposite side. It's actually, yeah, it's actually... I have no idea what that's for. It could be an access hole for where the on-off switch is, which is possible, though it seems like there's a hole, as an actual hole. It seems like that way, but it's not here. Even the mini-bot does not have... The mini-bot's actually a lot more obscure. It actually kind of blends it in better. Not that it really helps. I mean, you can still see... This is the indentation there on the side. It's a little indented. And you can see all that... oh, I don't know what they call that. Diamond plating, whatever they call it. The armor that's used. They got that. That's around the entire perimeter, except the bottom, obviously, and the front. But it's somewhat rough. Not really. You're not going to like cut yourself on or anything. But it's very well low to the ground. It's actually the lowest I think we've ever had so far. So, I mean, it's very well detailed. I mean, the scoop is very smooth. This is awesome. If you were to use any of the spin bots against each other, this is the one to use. It's very low to the ground. Now even the Robot Wars mini-bots stand a chance against it, really. So you have to get really lucky and flip it over. That'd be the only way you're going to win. There's the underside. And that's the little hole where I had the one of those little launcher guys. That fits here. It fits on here. So I don't know if you noticed. I think that was maybe first edition. Second edition will actually have little scars on them, as you'll see with the other spin bots that I have here. But yeah, that's Punjar. We'll get Biohazard. This is the second edition one. Has no name on it, although you maybe think, yeah, you can see the little writing I did when I was much younger. I didn't like not having the name on there, but it's got everything else though. It's got all the decals, the sponsors that were on it at the time, even the ones on the back. The weapon is up in the air, unfortunately, which means it's very vulnerable to being flipped. You just hit it head on, it'll just get flipped right over like that. So, as you can see on the bottom of this one, like all the other toys, for whatever reason, there is no name on it. And I think this was due to copyright, though only one website seems to indicate that this is the case. I've read that it may also have been part of the Anthrax issue, but I don't think so. I think that was after. I think that was 2003 where that took place. So it wouldn't make sense to me that they would actually use it just for an arbitrary event that happened here. Because, I mean, Biohazard is for a lot of other things. It's like really dangerous. You know, you've got some serious stuff on you if you have the Biohazard team coming after you. So The logo may not be so well defined here, but it's there. It's dark red. It's right behind the lifting arm here. It's got the bump on the name here and everything, so it's very well detailed, as you can see. Yeah, it's a good design for the robot. So I mean, they did well with this. Nice managing around the copyright and all that. So it's Biohazard. Go with Frenzy. Yeah, first edition's a lot brighter than this. Look at all the detail they went through all this. All those sponsors are on there. It's not easy to tell on all of them. I don't think they. Yeah, there's a couple of them are kind of sort of. You can see the borders where they are, but you can't actually read the name. It's mostly because it's like blacked out things. Because these are the second edition ones. You can see little fake scars like on this side here. Here's the bottom underside. The way I tried to write the name on the bottom of this one. Obviously, the space is too small. I'd have to get. I think I was using a Sharpie that did not have a fine point. But unlike most of the Spinbots that don't actually have a working weapon, this one does. Although, to actually get that effect better, you'd have to loosen the screw. I actually took both screws out. Oddly enough, it stays in place much better. There's nothing under there, though. There's no moving parts or anything other than that. That's pretty cool. I mean, they actually go the extra mile. This makes up for the mini bots that were mostly either blank or lacking in detail in general. So, Mauler 5150, very identifiable as Mauler 5150. If you recognize the Season 2.0 design, I've had these a little longer, so things may be a little worn away though too. There's the front end of the logo. Very well defined here. And you can see that. Look at all the detail they went through this. It's a lot like the Grip and Grappler, but vastly different from the Mini-Bot. You remember the Mini-Bot had nothing on it. No detail whatsoever. Except the little rivets for the lid. Yeah, mine's peeled away. You can see the stickers peeled away. You can see it's Battlebots. I mean, this is great detail. These are a little flexible, so they're a little rubbery, but they actually touch. I think Mauler, oddly enough, is a little harder to maneuver around the arena a bit, but it's very well done. I have to applaud them at least for getting this right. I mean, they could have just gone, okay, screw it. We did it for the Mini-Bot. We're doing it for the Spinbot, so kudos to them for this one. And last but not least, we have Blendo. Yeah, Jamie Heinemann's robot. And they went the extra mile with this one. A lot better than the Custom Series toy, which was quite different, although the only detail it actually had that was reminiscent was the fact that it was a Spinbot still. You can see they went through a lot of detail with this, including the top. They got the teeth on the side here. And show a little bit better detail. I mean, this is great. They did a great job with this. Also, low to the ground. I guess it'd be either you could take on the Punjaw one, probably flip it over. I mean, it's practically just a solid wedge all the way around. I mean, just look at all that detail. Amazing what they did with this one. So, yeah. That's my review on the Spinbots Action Arena and the Spinbots themselves. Thanks for watching.